Mississippi is widely considered one of the most landlord-friendly states in the entire country. And when it comes to habitability law, the legal framework reflects that. If you own rental property in Mississippi, here's what you need to understand about your obligations. Mississippi does not have a comprehensive Residential Landlord-Tenant Act. The state never adopted the Uniform Residential Landlord and Tenant Act, and there is no detailed statewide statute that spells out specific habitability requirements the way you'd see in states like Oregon, New York, or Washington. Instead, Mississippi relies primarily on common law principles and local municipal codes. The Mississippi Supreme Court has recognized the implied warranty of habitability, which means every residential lease carries an implied promise that the property will be fit for human habitation. But compared to other states, the scope of this warranty and the available remedies are more limited. Under Mississippi common law, landlords are expected to provide a dwelling that meets basic living standards. That means the structure should be sound, the roof shouldn't leak, plumbing and electrical systems should function, heating should be adequate, and the property should be free from conditions that pose a genuine danger to health or safety. Now here's what makes Mississippi unique. The state places significant emphasis on the terms of the lease agreement. Because there's no detailed statute overriding lease provisions, what you put in the lease carries a lot of weight in court. If your lease clearly spells out maintenance responsibilities and the tenant agrees, courts will generally enforce those terms. That gives Mississippi landlords more contractual flexibility than landlords in most other states. However, that flexibility has limits. You cannot lease a property that is fundamentally uninhabitable and then use the lease to disclaim responsibility. The implied warranty of habitability is a floor that the lease cannot go below, even in Mississippi. When it comes to tenant remedies, Mississippi offers fewer options than heavily regulated states. Tenants can pursue claims in court for breach of the implied warranty of habitability. They can seek damages if the landlord's failure to maintain the property caused them harm. And they can argue constructive eviction if conditions deteriorate to the point where the property is essentially unlivable. Mississippi does not have a statutory rent withholding remedy. There's no codified repair and deduct process, and there's no statewide rent escrow system. Tenants who want relief generally need to go through the court system, which can be a slower and more cumbersome process than the administrative remedies available in other states. Local codes do matter in Mississippi. Cities like Jackson, Gulfport, and Hattiesburg have their own housing codes and inspection processes. Landlords with properties in these municipalities may face additional requirements beyond what state common law imposes. In rural areas without local codes, the regulatory environment is extremely thin. But again, the common law implied warranty still applies. One practical consideration for Mississippi landlords: the state's hot and humid climate creates specific maintenance challenges. Mold, pest infestations, and moisture damage are common issues in Mississippi rental properties. Even without a detailed state statute requiring you to address these, failing to deal with mold or pest problems can lead to habitability claims and potential liability. Proactive moisture management and regular pest treatment are smart investments. Mississippi also doesn't have a broad anti-retaliation statute. Tenant protections against retaliatory eviction are limited compared to most other states. But this doesn't mean you should retaliate against tenants who complain. Courts can still find bad faith conduct, and it's never good business to create adversarial tenant relationships. For the full guide to Mississippi's habitability standards, visit tenantscreeningbackgroundcheck.com. Subscribe to our channel for more state-by-state landlord guides.